Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. And across the ring from him, Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach. And yes, he is the greatest, Muhammad Ali, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And now it's time for the official introductions, and for that, we go to the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This is an arena fight. You couldn't have got anybody else in this place.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. The jab not finding its target. It's bombs away. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. Fighters always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Well, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
And he scores with the counter. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Catch and shoot. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Do you believe this? Time. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Get that jab back. Just box in. Be smart.
And there's the bell for round two. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice defense with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. Those counter punches have to hurt. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They drop their guard, they get caught. Good punch. Good one. How about that time counter shot? Is he going to punch himself out, though? You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Nice counter. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Ali in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance without it.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Throws the jab but does not score. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A perfect counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. And counter punching. He threw a punch and just got countered. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Come on, you're right back into it.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. Misses with the straight left. Usyk might go down here. What an upset! That was the moment!
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then just...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The big Ukrainian in big trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope that...
He looks better than this guy.
This is the beginning of round 6. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Good counter punch. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Nice counter shot. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? The perfect counter lands. Only fear. Did you see that? Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. About Ali in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store. Here comes round 7. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A straight right just misses. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. Through the hook, it didn't land. A swing and a miss with that jab. Every time you know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. About Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Round 8, and we're off again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good counter punching. He misses with that straight left. This is some of the best action I've... Hold that thought! If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner. But eventually, these guys are going to have to do it all over again. A draw. Suck it up, Buttercup.